Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Today's Mental Minute video revolves around favorite baits. We all have favorite baits that we just enjoy fishing. And that can have kind of a negative connotation to it. A lot of people say, well, you know, that guy probably just runs to the lake and fishes the same bank that he caught him on the same place last year, hoping that when he throws his favorite bait down that bank, he's going to catch some fish. And when you're trying to kind of reenact last year's fishing data, more times than not, that doesn't work. But having a favorite bait can be a really good thing, because typically your favorite bait is something you enjoy doing. And when you enjoy doing said technique or lure or presentation, you usually do it with a clearer mental acuity. Usually you're really involved in whatever the bait is doing. And whenever you're really involved in what the bait is doing, and what I mean by that is where it's at on the cast as you bring it back, then you typically fish it well. And when you fish it well, typically you're fishing with confidence. And when you're fishing with confidence, believe it or not, you're gonna get more bites. Over the years, I have had uncounted number of guide trips. And whenever I get somebody in the boat, there's typically a pattern that I think is prevailing on a given day, but every day is a new day in fishing. So you gotta kind of have an open mind. But I like to ask my clients, what baits do you like to fish? Because a lot of times I hand people a jig and they just don't enjoy fishing a jig. They say they don't have any confidence in it. And so in order to kind of get the bite going, I might try to give them a rod with another bait they have more confidence in. Something that I think may also work instead of or alongside of a jig. And the reason for that is because when you give somebody a rod with a bait or technique on there that they are more confident in, they're gonna fish it well. And when they fish it well, they're just gonna get more bites. Because if you hand somebody something like there's people that say, I don't like to throw a chatterbait. And when you hand somebody a chatterbait, they just don't think they're gonna get bit. And I don't know how many times over the years with guide clients, you hand them a bait, they don't have confidence in it, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Next thing you know, they're not catching any fish. Meanwhile, the guy next to them has a bait that he has confidence in, say it's a chatterbait, and he's gonna get bit. More times than not, when I get guide clients in the boat and they say, well, you've got me in the boat today, you got your hands full, because they say they never catch anything, or they say that they bring bad luck, or they say that it's usually a bad day whenever they go fishing. And I always like to try to combat that with, you don't have that much control. And that might sound bad, but the reality is whatever mindset drives that type of behavior, that negative mindset, really just topples over or cascades into their fishing. And so going back to favorite baits, it's good to have a favorite bait, because more times than not, until you locate the fish, there's gonna be periods of nothing happening. You're really still just covering water, trying to get a clue. And if you are fishing a bait you don't have confidence in, maybe it's not your favorite bait, your mind will wander, and again, you won't fish it well. And when you don't fish it well, you don't generally get bites. So a favorite bait can really serve a good purpose, because it can help you make it through the slow periods until you come in contact with fish. And when you come in contact with fish, then you can make an adjustment in your presentation, whether you need to slow down or whether you feel like, let's say you're fishing a spinnerbait and you killed it, and as it was falling to the bottom, you got a bite. Well, now you know they want something that's falling vertically in the water. And so you might actually change your bait or your presentation to something that favors that type of a presentation. Specifically, if you're not getting any more bites on the bait that you found those fish with. But if you get a bite, you're moving through an area and then you don't get any more bites, it might be a good idea to double back and change your presentation. But the main purpose of this video is to talk about favorite baits. I mean, some people really like to throw a spinnerbait. That was really the bait that kind of, started it all for me. Some people love to throw a soft plastic or a jig. Some people love to crank. Some people love to just chuck and wind, whatever it is, whether it's a rattle trap or a jerk bait. They just want to keep moving. They don't really want to drag anything on the bottom, and I can respect that. So there's all different types of things to consider, but try to have a favorite bait, because when you go out there and the fishing's tough, you're going to want to lean on your favorite bait because you typically fish it with confidence. And when you fish it with confidence, you fish it well, you generally get bit. Just a quick mental minute video here for you today, guys. Something to consider. A lot of times having a favorite bait gets a bad rap, and I'm here to tell you, having a favorite bait can be a really good thing. Thank you for tuning into the YouTube channel. If you got anything out of it, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Also, check out the description section. I've got Team Niggemeyer Fishing merch in there, as well as links to my social media, Facebook, Instagram, my website, and there's a discount code if you're looking for a quality pair of sunglasses, Amphibia eye gear, something that I definitely think you should check out, and there's a discount code in there. Until next time, thanks for watching, and good fishing.